Hello YouTube, this is Seth Maloney, and today I'm going to share a story. And it's a story that I did in my other YouTube channel, but I like this one, so I'm going to read it again, so you don't have to go back and forth to the other channel. But I'm going to, even though as I said before in the other video, I had that, episode and whatever. I haven't really felt like writing, but I'm going to try to get back into it so I can give you guys some new content. Also I was probably around 210 or so in the fall, and now I'm 240, so I gotta lose some weight. Yeah, alright. Here it goes. The story is called Nothing. Kind of doing it because it's kind of it's a little scary outside, it's raining, but no. But alright, Nothing. This fall day started out like any other, with Jim arising out of his slumber around noon, ready to start his day. There were only 3 days until Halloween, and he was invited to a Halloween party tonight at Michael's house down the street. He knew that there was going to be some good free food and probably some movies on a big screen, so he figured why not. He decided he would come to the party dressed as a zombie. He got to Michael's house around 8 and was greeted by someone at the front door who was wearing a Grim Reaper costume. Jim grabbed some candy, cookies with ghosts made out of frosting, and a Coke, and sat down with his friends on the couch who were watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. Everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves so far, laughing and chit-chatting while the movie played. Then, when the movie finished, they all went around and came up with Halloween stories. The last story that Jim heard scared him badly, and he tried to push all impossibilities out by repeating to himself on the cold walk home, "There's no such thing as ghosts." When he rounded the corner to his house, he heard someone calling his name in a soft, deep voice. Jim turned around very fast, but he soon realized that nobody was behind him. Jim said in a frightened voice from outside, "Dad, did you call my name by any chance?" His dad replied, "What?" Now Jim was starting to get real spooked, and now he was trying to pinpoint the voice and thought it was coming from up above. So he moved towards his tree on the yard and looked up towards the tree and his branches. And then he said, "Well, I guess they ain't here." When he looked back down, staring right at him was a white ghost with a devil smile and a top hat, and he smirkingly said, "Sure about that, champ?" It took a moment to register, and then Jim's eyes opened wide in horror, and he was weak and speechless. Then the ghost reached out and pulled him in. When Jim opened his eyes, he was in a whole new world. There were ghosts everywhere, from all different time periods as far as the eye could see. The first thing that Jim noticed was excruciatingly cold, and it was completely dark, and no ground or floor. He tried to warm himself by putting his arms across his chest, but noticed they went right through him. He was now a ghost. All the ghosts vanished except for the one that captured him. Then the ghost that pulled him into this world said, "Now, I thought you said that you didn't believe in ghosts, and now you are one. How ironic." Jim anxiously replied, "How do I get out of here? It is so cold and I want to go home. Why am I here in the first place? I didn't do anything wrong." The ghost answered, "Hold on, slow down, one thing at a time. First of all, my name is Nothing, and I am the head ghost. The reason you are here is very simple, and that is because you said that ghosts do not exist. And for that, you must be punished indeed. Ha 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 ha. Here is the deal. For your small crime, you will stay in this nothingness for a month. But here's the catch, Slim Jim. If you so much as talk, or even make a peep, then you will stay here another month. So potentially you could be here forever and join them. Every day a different ghost will come in and they will get an hour with you and try to make you say something. The good news is that if you do somehow succeed and are silent for the allotted time, then you will return to your world right outside the tree, which you entered this world from. If you talk on the first day, or whenever, then you will wait for 30 days and the game will repeat. If you do not accept this game, then you will automatically become a ghost for eternity. Oh, and one more thing. There is a giant mirror above you that shows you what is going on in the outside world, and also how you are feeling and thinking. So what's the call, Jim? What's your fate? Jim replied, well, what do I got to lose? Alright, let's start this game of saying nothing. Nothing gladly said back, so you have made your choice. It will all begin tomorrow. Don't think too much, Jim. Jim was already scared out of his mind because he was already scared of the dark in the first place, and Nothing's world was pitch black. The first ghost came looking like a friendly old man holding a pumpkin pie. The old man said, boy, do you want something to eat? How about some pumpkin pie? Jim remained silent because he remembered he was in a game. Why don't you answer me? Are you deaf? He looked sad. What's troubling you? Maybe I could help. Well, just revel in your thoughts and brokenness. What do I care? I'm a ghost like you. With that, the first ghost left and Jim went through the first day. Jim still held strong and didn't make a sound, and it was now day 10. Jim started getting crazy thoughts like you'll be here forever, and welcome to the family of the dead, and why don't you give in already? It would be easier. Jim shouted out, stop! Get these thoughts out of my head. Immediately he realized he talked, and the game would repeat itself in the next month. The cycle kept repeating itself, whether it was because he just got spooked for a moment by one of the ghosts, or he would get a tragic surprise from the mirror, showing someone from his family dying, while Jim was shouting out, not caring the cycle repeat. It can't be true. I don't know what's real anymore. But one thing's for sure, I'm going to get out of this world of nothing. Even if I am useless on the outside and the mirror is right, at least I'll be alive anyways. Every once in a while, Nothing would come out and ask if he wanted to give up and become a ghost, but Jim always refused. Once, on the 13th day, Nothing came out and said, you did it truly. The last ghost was the one yesterday. You are free to go when you wish. Jim excitingly said, really? I can't wait. Nothing hysterically said, looks like you're still mine. I can't believe you fell for that. Finally, one day, Jim appeared outside of the tree where his house used to be. He was filled with indescribable joy and started weeping with tears of joy. No more darkness. He ran around like a wild man in the light of the living day. Then he noticed that there was a different car in the driveway, and the house looked completely different. And he realized that the mirror was right, and everyone he loved was gone. And anyone that did know him from school would never recognize him. He was now around 60 years old, and had a long gray beard and thick hair. He started learning how to talk again after a couple of years, and he met a woman who respected him and eventually loved him and believed whatever happened to him, and the Nothing. I guess he will think twice before saying something about ghosts, but to this day he is the only person to ever come out of my game alive. How do I know this? Because I am the Nothing. So that's my story. Comment, rate, subscribe if you like it or not. But yeah, I'm wearing my Clearwater High tennis t-shirt. Yep, I was on the team a couple of years ago when I was in high school. Yep. Alright then. Well, Yeah, I'll get some new content for you, and I'll keep you updated on my weight loss, trying to lose about 30 pounds. I am just going to drink more water and not eat as much. I should probably do it. And exercise more. Yeah. Alright, yeah.